Hello, Pisces. Hope you are well and have had a great weekend. We're going to check in with your energies and we're going to look at mid May to the end of May and get a catch up and understanding of what potentially is available and supporting you over this period. Just to let you know, this is Jamie, if we haven't met, and Soulvine Guidance. Appreciate you all being here as always. If I am or have a little bit of a lisp or something, I do have my second round of aligners in, so I haven't spoken a huge amount with these in. So we'll see how they go. So if I have a bit of a lisp or talk a bit funny, that is why. I don't have anything that I'm eating. Dear Jenny, who made a comment, too funny. I get it. I feel a bit weird, but I'm getting there. Week 2, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So let's check in beautiful Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising energies. Well, that was a bit of a mess. If you have been connecting for Mother's Day in your own way on what has resonated or come up for you, sending you a whole bunch of love, support, amazingness, and remembrance of who you are as a human in your own experience. All right, let us check in and see what is going on. I'm going to just pull a bunch of cards and let's just dive in with the energy and see what is happening for mid-May through to the end of May for our Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, this is good, guys. We've got the 7 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the Tower energy. Let's dive in more. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we need to know? I'm going to get a couple of different decks for each line. Okay. Thank you. All right. We've got the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands, the Sun, the Hanged Man. Okay. Let's pull this in, guys. Ladies and gents, because we have actually quite a few gentlemen, homies, cool peeps here as well, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's dive in a little bit deeper and get the second round. So we've also, like I said, we've got the Sun, the Hanged Man, and Queen of Swords, Pisces. What is going down for you? Let's get the next row and see what's happening, and then we'll get one more. The Moon, interesting. I feel like something that might be a bit dodgy, maybe, coming back around. We don't read reversals, just to let you know. I'm going to pull these down here. All right, we've got the World energy. There's a few things that are flipping. I feel this is here. Interesting. Hangman's showing up in the same places, guys. Okay. And the Tower. Okay, so we've got some similar energy happening. All right, let's get one more. And what else we need to know? Pisces. Okay. As you may be aware, we've got Mercury stationing direct on the 14th of May, wherever you are. And soon we have Jupiter shifting as well into Taurus. There's a lot of cool things happening. So, you know, I feel you're very supported right now, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. One more, Spirit, and let's dive in. Okay, gave us 2. Let's just do it. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. So just to confirm the second row, we've got the Moon, the World, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the Hanged One, the Tower. Last row, we've got the 2 of Materials, the Hanged Man or the Hanged Muse, the Empress, Awakening, 6 of Emotions, 8 of Emotions, and 4 of Materials. Where I need to clarify, I will, just to let you know, Pisces, okay? Wow. So having a look here, I feel like there's something that hasn't felt that was like you're questioning or questionable, as we're looking at the 7 of Swords with the 9 of Cups. But maybe there was some information that came on through through, some festivities where someone wasn't, maybe been having a bit of fun, having a few drinkies or something of that nature. But I feel what you maybe once thought was complex, out of character, untrusting, there's something here that I think you had a bit of belief in, but I don't know, something just shook up here, okay, with the Tower energy. I'm just getting like something is uncomfortable, something doesn't feel right, something is questionable. I think you're trying to be happy about it and trying to maintain this place of being content and trusting within yourself, and still making plans to recognize that no matter what's happening, you got to keep shining a light, you got to keep believing, you got to keep trusting in the path forward. And it's like you're going to come potentially to a standstill if you haven't already, Pisces, with the situation that you're really looking at and what you need to cut out, clear out, get to some reality and truth of. And it's not that you're not living in reality. I think there's something that you may desire that you want a certain way. Something just challenged. I think something that you believed in that was your happy place, that made you feel full, content, just ended up shaking something, breaking something that I think was you weren't expecting, okay? Maybe there was two people involved as part of this endeavor with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I feel like someone may have been wearing a mask and feeling like they were a certain person they weren't. But I just feel like whatever this case or scenario was, the truth is revealed or will be revealed or has been revealed. I just feel like something good is moving forward. Yeah. So when we connect here, something wasn't revealed to what the truth was here, but I think you found out. Okay. Something shifted where it's like, we're going to show you, Pisces, what it is here, what's happening here. But I feel like this is a good movement forward, even though it may feel like a little hard, like kind of, when someone kind of knuckles you down, like in a massage, it's uncomfortable, painful, but at the same time, there might be a little bit of like relief with it. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling with the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles here. We can see that there's some opportunity to build something, an opportunity coming on in, offering you to pay attention, to look at this. Hey, there's something here. Let's move into a new direction. Let's go explore this, whatever this is. The Seven of Pentacles with the Hanged One is like something's in question here about, though, the energy you're putting in, the reward that comes with it. Is it really that beneficial? And you're looking at it because something shook you with this connection or this opportunity or this dynamic is what we're seeing. Like it's coming back into thought, okay? Yeah. There may be some questioning like, how do I balance this out? How do I figure this out? How do I make this work? I think this is beautiful because with this Empress energy, this is also you kind of going, hey, I know who I am. I know what I embody. I know the power of who I am, what I can do, what I can create. And if you're not going to see me this way, something needs to change. And maybe that's me that needs to change, as in Pisces needs to change here. Okay? Because once what was doesn't mean that you're going to, just because that's how it was at that point. I think someone here may be thinking, well, I know Pisces. I know how they operate, how they work. And you're like, yeah, but I've moved on from that person who I was. I'm not the same person I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm a version of me that is today. And I feel there might be someone here as well trying to figure out, how do I make this work with Pisces, is kind of what I'm getting. With the Four of Materials, I'm just gathering here. There's something that you want to claim. There's something that you want to grab a hold of, Pisces, in terms of this fulfillment and desire that you want. Like you're going after it. You're not going to let go of what you're really believing in and want to hang on to or into, right? Maybe there was some question too with these two energies. I mean, these could be two energies that you're embodying, but I don't feel it. I feel like, yes, your energy here, this is somebody else trying to step into something. Um, I just feel like they're trying to cut a bit into your energy, is what I'm getting here, Pisces. This Queen of Wands is trying to cut into your energy a bit. Um, and potentially present something for you. I mean, I'm getting a lot of different messages, so take what resonates. Obviously, not everything's going to resonate, but I really believe you're going to get some messages here, Pisces, so hang in there. Um, but whatever's being presented or showing up here, there's some element of like, this is not enough for me. I need someone or something or some situation that's truly going to invest the way that I invest, who's going to watch it grow, watch it flourish, but put the energy in that needs to be put in. So I think there's something here in a question of a dynamic that you're looking at. Because ultimately, I do think for some of you too, there's an aspect here of some things that you didn't know that were finally revealed. Even though it had been a challenge, I think there's some element too of, that things happen for a reason. And this is a cycle, an ending, an opening, but a beginning at the same time of something truly shifting in your situation in terms of betterment, awakening. Like, I'm just feeling a powerful force that's happening here where you're getting the courage to start making things a little bit more, I don't know if appealing's the word, but just something enlarged here where you can, like, you're okay to start where you're at because you know what's the potential here. But you also know you got to put effort and energy in. But again, there's still something. You've got the hanged man 3 times. So there's part of sacrifice here that you're making to get where you want to go. You recognize to cut something out, you need to make a sacrifice. You need to make a decision, a change, but also have understanding and self-awareness of what it is that you need to release or potentially cut out or get to the truth of. Because I think there's still something here, Pisces, that you feel is not revealed, or you're waiting for something to show up and reveal itself. This could be about a situation or dynamic, but something that you've been longing for as well. I do feel this is more like a powerful positive energy in, like, a good energy for you. But with that good energy, which I like, I'm feeling for some of you, something's being presented as you're evolving, but I don't think you're going to accept it because it doesn't really fill that cup. It doesn't really go, yes, I want to do this. It's kind of like, yeah, I could potentially take it. I get it's going to give me a little bit of what I need, but ultimately it's not going to give me the true energy investment that I desire. We're only at the 7. I mean, the 7 of Pentacles, I do feel, is a lot about what's happening under the surface, kind of like when you plant a seed. But this seed is kind of flourished, but I think to a point, like, you can only take what's there. If you want to do more, maybe you got to put more energy, more effort. You're seeing some result. I just don't think it's enough for you, and you're like really looking at this situation. And I think you're also waiting for that, like, lightning bolt energy of, yes, I'm not going to keep thinking, because this is what I like about the Tower energy when you connect into this and its truth. I'm not going to keep thinking about the problem here. I'm going to look at what can light me up, what the fire is, what has potentially challenged me in my life and brought me to this difficult place that I can take now and do something with it. So think of all, like, our experiences in life. What has made us, passionate about a situation, things that we like, things that we want to change, things that we want to develop, things that we want to expand about ourselves, about our purpose, about our desire in life. A lot of time to do that, we have to have gone through some experience. A lot of the time, the way we pivot in life is because of that, because of something that's happened. And I think you're starting to realize, Pisces, as part of this, what's happened in your life that you can take from to go do and build and create. And I'm seeing this here for you as you're moving through the end of the month in May. Just really taking everything that you've learned and ignoring, I don't want to say ignoring fully, but considering situations that are presenting itself that seem, this could be potential, but I think you also know there's something missing. And you could put effort into it, but are you really going to get the true benefits that you want, the true like oomph? Seven of Pentacles is okay. It's investing energy in its own regard, but I still think that there's something that you know can be bigger and greater and more meaningful, okay? And rewarding for you is what I'm seeing here. So I think you're really looking at it. What is it? What's that other piece? What's that other element that can help, you know, sometimes too, when you're doing one thing, it's just not enough variety or enough spice. And I feel with this Two of Materials, this is you trying to figure out what can I add, what can I do in my life that gives me that little bit of, I don't want to say chaos because that's not the right term, but that little bit of like fun energy that allows me to do and be more than just one dimension of who I am. It's like more dimensions than just keeping things like to, I don't know. I'm just seeing a little bit more fun, a little more play, a little more joy that's coming through this Two of Materials energy, which is really interesting because I don't normally get that with this. So I just think there's something that you're looking at as how you can add that into your life that gives you that more balance for you. Because balance for you and me is going to be totally different, right? I know for me, yeah, I'm Pisces sun, but I'm also a Cancer rising and an Aquarian moon. I need variety. I need to feel into things. I also need that real intellectual space that I can tap into data and research and technical, but I need to be free with who I am and what I'm doing, what I'm presenting. And don't lock me into commitment, right? Because that feels a little bit uncomfortable. I need space to do and be who I am. So I think you're really looking at Pisces, you, and what makes you feel excited and electrified and charged and balanced in who you are, not the person down the road who seems to have the good life. Some of us want to be stay-at-home mums, and that's super cool, but there's a whole bunch of us that are like, I love my kids and I want to do all those things, but there's also things that I want to do for me. That we all have our own drive and motivator that are a little bit different. Neither is anything wrong with either way. I want to make sure that that's very clear what your goals and desires are. If there's care and kindness and support and showing up in all ways that you can best do for you, you're going to figure that out, what those pieces are for you in being the best version of you, and for those that are and truly matter to you in life service, if that makes sense. The gifts that God's presented and showed up for you. And I'm getting a very clear yes because I just had my ear ring here. So as you're moving through this, I think there's something that's really going to empower you and light you up. I love this energy with this Empress because what's showing up here is like the solar plexus energy, which is the life force of who you are, Pisces, okay? So this life force, something's coming in and showing up very loud and clear for you through this last couple of weeks of May, of where you're meant to be, what you're meant to be investing in, what you're meant to be doing. And I feel this is very purposeful energy and can make sense with this Taurian energy of what makes you feel grounded, whole, loving, connected in the relationships and things that matter. A lot too around the Empress energy too is very attractive energy. Virgo, Taurian energy, like earth energy is kind of what I'm feeling here. Very earth energy of bringing that gold in all areas of your life. Very abundant, okay? And the awakening spirit too here. Like something's making sense, something is very clear, making sense and opening you up to, oh, this is where I need to be. And I think something that's showing up here for you, Pisces, is also about a part of your life that has always felt maybe like that's what you were meant to be doing or where you were meant to be. But I don't think for some of you, you really took that path like very, I don't want to say directly, but maybe when you were younger, you thought you wanted to, I don't know. It could be maybe be a makeup artist, maybe be a counselor, maybe be a therapist, maybe be, I don't know. Think of something that you wanted to be maybe when you were younger. That's all I'm getting here, right? And it's coming around again. Maybe you diverted and did great things. You were very connected to it. Maybe you're still connected to it today, the things that you've been doing. But there was always something you wanted to do. And maybe there's some clarity and understanding of like, holy cow, I've always wanted to do that. Why have I always been attracted like that, wanted to do that? Something that's come naturally. But I think this is part of your life now is like, I need to move to that because I've never let go of what that's meant to me. I've never let go of that because it just, It feels like that's what I'm meant to be doing. So I think there's a bit of a shift and change here that feels very connected for you, Pisces. Now we're going to dive in a little bit deeper and get some further clarifiers, and then I will get you some guidance cards at the end here. So we're going to check in with the Angel Tarot to get some further clarifiers on what you need to know. Okay, well there's some, I think, some serious energy coming on through here. What Pisces needs to know. King of Fire. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. We've also got the Ten of Earth, which is like the Ten of Pentacles. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And then you've got the Star card. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, on the right path. Pisces. I don't know if this can say it any more bold and valid. Okay, it seems here that there's absolutely something that you've been thinking about, that's been nudging, that has been capturing your attention, that I feel is making you, I don't want to say necessarily questioning your path, but awakening a path for you that just makes sense. And like I said, I think there's something that's been on your mind, even now, maybe just popping up if you've been not necessarily ignoring it, but just like, hey, I wonder if I should be doing this because I like doing this. And don't get me wrong, I like what I'm doing now, but there's just something that's missing. And I think this is where you're getting like, okay, if this is what you want to do, and probably with this Mercury retrograde clearing and it, you know, stationing direct, things are gonna, the information that's coming to you is gonna make a lot more sense. But maybe you need a little bit, again, a little bit of bump because there just may have been a little bit of lack of clarity trying to put something together here. Okay, but I think things are going to start flowing through and make sense. Like I said, something here is just on the right energy, the right path, and you're going towards it because you know it's something that you can't let go, ignore, or, you know, just allow it to pass you by. So let's get some Kipper energy, and then I'm going to also get a final guidance with the animal deck because I think they're pretty cool. So adjudication. So for some of you that are going through some form of legalities or coming into someone that has a little bit of power to balance things out, we're going to see that happen. I know that there's a friend here that talks a lot about, for her journey, going through some situation or something that is going on for them around a legal situation, waiting for some money. So we're seeing for some of you that are going through some form of legalities here, we're going to see if there's been some dispute or some like documentation or something that you had to put forward for someone to make a decision or a result here. We're seeing this showing up for you guys, okay? We're seeing the financial gains and rewards coming on in. What else do we need to know? Thank you, Spirit. So we've got occupation. And I do feel for a lot of you, this is part of you that I think a lot of us, when we look at our occupation, and this is not for everyone, but I think for probably, you know, a bit of a Pisces clan, but I just think for a lot of people, what we do with our work is part of our purpose and our passion and desires, right? But I feel for some of you, this is in question of where you want to be, and Spirit's reminding you, I mean, just where I put this, I do things, just doing things. Sometimes I'm not thinking about it, just coming through here. It's asking you to have that vision and go do what you need to do, because there's some of you here that has a plan and a desire to go do something, guys, okay, is what I'm really seeing here. Share more on this occupation energy. Yeah. A lot of you are thinking about who you want to be, or a person that you admire or look up to, a desire that you see within yourself. Maybe there does something doesn't even make sense, but you're feeling called towards a situation or something, and it's like some vision that you have that makes sense or you're going to connect into is what I feel. Share more here on what we need to know for our Pisces. What else do we need to know? Interesting, because I think this energy has come up a little bit. This I'm getting more so, Pisces, with this family room and bad health. Just someone that you're connected to, maybe just a little bit. There could be someone unwell. I'm just going to be real here. But the family room is a very positive card. So this could be about someone in your, not necessarily your family life, but someone that may be impacting your family life, or the place that's the happiness, where you connect, where you talk, where things matter. That someone's coming in with some, it's interesting, I'm just getting a little bit of fake energy, like that little bit of dramatic energy of trying to stir things up or plead some case or situation or desire of needing attention. I'm getting more just like a little bit of what's the word? You know, that kind of victimhood energy? That's the energy I'm getting through. Like someone's trying to get your attention through something. And I don't think this is the first time, mind you. So you'll know if this is your situation or scenario where someone's kind of like crying wolf a little bit to get a bit of attention, for you to look at them, consider what's going on. Let's get a little bit more on what this is in this situation, because that's so interesting. There's always one of them. But this is something that's, I think, trying to just disrupt something. We've got mature woman. Yeah, I think there's either there's two energies, messages coming through here. Either you see straight through this, or this person seems to come across like this, like they got it together, they're all proper and la-di-da-di-da, but they're a little, I just get a little bit of, I'm saying player energy, in a sense of like tries to get in there and kind of, I just want one more to finally clarify if I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Yeah. There's someone, I think, that tries really hard, puts a lot of effort into things, or makes out that they do. Okay? It's interesting with this lover energy. This is like a positive, negative energy. So this could be someone that was once connected to the family, is no longer connected to the family. Okay? Is what I'm getting here. Because I feel like toil and labor it's an interesting energy, because it's someone that's putting a lot of effort in, but it's an effort and energy that they have to do something because they've got to do something. But it's like a little bit, there's pain that comes with this. Yeah, I'm not sure your situation here, Pisces. There just seems to be something that's a little bit, I feel there's someone here that has good intentions, good results. There's something that comes in your favor, but there's also someone here that is going to kind of try to plead a case or a situation to disrupt something, because they got to do the hard work to get the result, and they don't want to put the effort and hard work in. But I feel for some of you, this was once a connection that was connected to a family relationship of some kind, is what I'm getting here. Okay. So let's get one more card on the final message that you need, Pisces, regarding the end of May and what you need to know, mid-May to end of May. What's the final message? Okay, it's given us two. We've got number 37, get out of your head, and number 23, see beyond the past. I'm going to dive into what this particular message is, because the way that these cards are put together and written are really, really powerful, and I won't do it justice. Okay, so I want to put this to you. So let's see beyond the past what this is. This is the beautiful black swan. So the fable of the ugly duckling tells us of a baby swan that nested with baby ducks. All the ducks made fun of little swan for how different he looked, which made him feel inherently not good enough. Little swan compared himself to what a duck should look like rather than own the nature of his true self, a swan. Sadly, little swan began to assume the identity of the ugly duckling. As time went on, the little swan grew and became the most beautiful black swan, and some would even say more magnificent than the common ducks that bullied him. This card is the story of what happened to the black swan as an adult. Reflected in the water is his broken-hearted child self. Despite how gorgeous Black Swan became, he suffered from, let me turn the page, dun, 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 shame and feelings of unworthiness. He could not see the glorious truth of himself. He became crippled by the delusion that something was inherently wrong with him. He believed a wicked distortion that diminished his worth. He was utterly unaware of his captivating beauty and could honor neither himself nor the gifts the great mystery bestowed upon him. He became obsessed with the outside validation and compared himself to other winged creatures. The ugly duckling finally woke up to his true self as a beautiful black swan and asks you to do the same. Swan medicine asks you to accept that you feel your insecurities but do not submit to them. Whenever you feel small, it is not reality. It's the old story and the programming that brainwashed you. Please wake from the illusion and honor what the Great Spirit gifted you, the gift of yourself. No one in the world is like you. Own that you are a rare miracle. And in somewhat, Pisces, this could be something you never pursued because someone, somewhere, somehow told you that it wasn't right, it wasn't wrong, it wasn't conforming, it's not what you're meant to be, what you're meant to do. And interestingly, I'm just getting some energy here that once just made you feel like that is kind of now trying to be, oh, but look at me, like, I didn't do wrong, you know, I've always been there for you. What are you talking about? I'm not a bad person. There's just something here that just feels like a little bit challenging in a sense of like someone is putting on a show. That's the energy I'm getting here. So get out of your head. We've got is chicken head. When you cut off a chicken's head, a burst of electricity runs through its body's nervous system, causing the chicken to run in circles and flap its wings. This is symbolic of the intrusion or intrusive and obsessive thoughts we think and allowed to run in circles around us, even though they rarely hold any real basis in truth. Chicken's head's medicine appears when it's time to put an end to the chicken in your head dictating your life. Wow. Witness the thought and understand you have power over it. Your power is to know it's just a thought, and if it's minimizing you, it's not true, no matter how real it may feel. If it makes you feel less than and powerless, then there is no way it's true, because you are quite literally a scientific miracle connected to the infinite, ever-expanding universe. Chicken's Head's medicine asks you to take a big sigh of relief, because whatever is currently keeping you in your head will work itself out. You are safe, and you will find the solution, and the issue will resolve itself. Whatever you are currently dealing with is for your greater good, no matter how much the chicken tells you it's not. In fact, Chicken Head's medicine brings an exciting confirmation. If you are dealing with a current situation that feels disappointing and has you obsessively thinking about it, you are being asked to understand this difficulty has to happen to lead you to what you truly want. And we're seeing this, Pisces. There's something here that's opening up to what you truly want. I really feel that for you. So for whatever reason, there is a lesson being learned. And in learning this lesson, you will lead yourself to what your heart desires. Chicken Head's medicine demands you get out of your head now, because everything is going to work out. And we're seeing this, whatever's challenging you, whatever's connecting or trying to connect in, distract you with this little bit of energy. For some of you, this could legitimately be like a mother figure or someone that you've known that's connected to the family may not be well, okay? Someone who's worked really hard, put a lot of energy, very old school. I can see that too. But for a lot of you, I'm just feeling there's also someone that was connected to the family space that is just, there's a little bit of just getting cry wolf energy. And it could be too for some of you that's getting a win that means something wealthy to you, that makes you feel whole, full, like, yes, I've won something that has great meaning. This could be, yes, wealth, money, but for some of you, this could be more than that. There's some form of richness or other area of your life that has deep meaning that you succeed in. And we're just seeing here that someone is just kind of going to play with that a little bit to try and take it to their advantage. But Pisces, this is looking rad, like pretty beautiful, pretty opening, and something that you've always wanted to do that's held you back for some reason or redirected you, or some place or situation that's challenged you not to consider doing something that actually meant something to you, you kind of put aside. I feel you're going to start seeing this light and catch a fire in you, okay? To really go and do, and you're questioning it, but I really see this being a powerful force within you and making great change for you, your purpose, your life, and what you're meant to be doing in this world in great, amazing strides. So sending you a whole bunch of love, support. Thank you for being here, and feel welcome to like and subscribe so we can stay connected and support the channel. Much love. Bye now.